Okay, we're here at the Seni Expo speaking to Mark Prince. Mark, what is your message here that you're delivering today?
We're trying to show the young people that there is an organisation out there that really cares about their dilemma. Gangs, knives, postcode wars, we want to help them. There's another way. They don't need to join a gang. They don't need to be repping their ends. They don't need to. They join the foundation and they do something wonderful. We promote their skills. We help them and teach them to believe and achieve and have a different way of living instead of this violent culture that they're growing up in.
As a former fighter yourself, Mark, how much does it help to bring the discipline of fighting into the lives of young people?
It helps in a massive way. I didn't even realise how good boxing was really for me until as I progressed and I realised it was actually helping to change my character. It was actually building me as a man. You know, from as I was explaining to everyone there, from just understanding your stance, from even your corner people, knowing that in life you need to have a good corner, people that you can depend on. We want to be a good corner to the young people and we want to support them.
Are you seeing, with the work that you're doing with young people now, are you seeing lives change?
Oh, definitely. We just brought some kids back from a residential, took them away to Wales, and they've done various exercises, team building, helping them to face their fears. And when they came back from that, we got their certificates and awards, they all gave a speech about what they personally learned and how it's going to affect their lives when they go back home. I've even had their parents already phoning and contacting me saying, what have you done to my son? He's listening more at home, he's tied in his bedroom, and it's the little things that matter.
Events like this, we see a lot of current, well-known fighters and ex-fighters come down, talk to the kids. Do you think that makes a difference as well?
Oh, it makes a huge difference. Kids, as we know, when you're young, you love role models. You love people that you can look up to. So Seni is great for that. And I want to continually be, a role model for the young people. So I might have been a former champion in the ring, but I don't think it ever ends. When you're a champion for life, and you continue to show championship material.
Thank you, Mark. Laura Saperstein reporting for Seni TV. Ready? Charlie Driscoll, so West Ham, there's a lot going on down there at the moment. You've got a lot of champions, you've just won the ABAs. You've got Dudley O'Shaughnessy down there who's been doing very well. What's the secret of success at West Ham?
I don't know, how hard we train and dedication really. It's how much you want to put into it that you get out of it.
I hear your dad's the trainer down there as well. What's his secret? I guess he must be a pretty good trainer.
Experience, I think. He gets on with the boys and he knows because he's done it himself. So it's experience. So he knows what we're going through. So it's better for us. It feels better.
Do you think, I found that sometimes, I think, when you've got a club as well that's got a few champions in there, it creates a bit of a buzz for the other boys there to see that there's people in the club that are really starting to achieve, and it gives them maybe a little bit of a spur on.
Yeah, the atmosphere of being around other national champions and stuff like that, it's being there and experiencing it and mixing with the people sort of thing. It encourages you.
Do you know, I find one of the hardest things for me in the gym is feeling motivated day in, day out, to keep that feeling of motivation. Do you find that in the gym, that just to keep feeling every day, to keep pushing yourself is one of the difficult things?
When you're in championships and stuff like that, when you get success, it's all worth it. It's you think, I've got to do it. But you do it, and it's worth it when you get the success for it. Determination, that's what I'm saying. Keep doing it.
When you got a team there like that, though, and your dad as well, do you think does that help to keep pushing you on?
Yeah, a drive, someone there as well, to say you got to win. You want to win something like this. You got to put the dedication in. You got to put the hard work in. And if you do want to win something like that, then you have to do that.
So what's next for you then?
I've got the Three Nations, the Tri-Nations in Wales in July the 8th.
And after that?
A long rest, and then back to training in September.
Long term?
What do you mean, don't know, just more championships, more titles.
Olympic Games maybe?
If I'm lucky, yeah.
All right, good luck with it, Charlie.
Thanks.
Laura Saperstein for Seni TV, here with famous MC Mike Goodall. Mike, it's amazing how big a thing being an MC is in boxing. Sometimes the entrance of the MC is almost as big as the boxing event itself. Why is that?
suppose because you're the guy who's got to build up the fighters and make them into the stars that they are, or for their introductions and what have you. So therefore, you know, you sort of take a front roll at it, and you know, you become I won't say a bigger star of them, but you're a mini star, if you like, for introducing them.
It's true though. I've actually had up and coming boxers in my house force me to sit there and watch on YouTube MCs great moments in the ring, and I was like, why am I sitting here watching the MCs instead of the boxers?
I don't know why you're watching them, because it's something I've never watched, believe you me. I never went home and watched myself at all or whatever, but there you go.
But it has become quite a sort of a cult thing, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Yeah. There's one or two guys that made a lot of money out of it, Michael Buffer and Jimmy Lennon, they've done a lot. But they're not here at Seni. Excellent exhibition this is, the Seni. Done very well indeed. It's quite busy today. Yesterday it was absolutely packed. They did a Thai boxing show next door last night, and we put the ring in for that, and it was very good indeed. And it's a very good show. Very good indeed.
It's an important thing, isn't it? In all sort of fighting sports, the razzmatazz that goes with the fight is a very important thing, along with the fight itself. Whether it be the emceeing, whether it be the entrance music, whether it be what the fighters wear, along with the show itself.
Yes, right. It's not just a sport anymore; it's show business, and you've got to remember that. And it's show, and you've got to do it to the public in a professional manner, and put as much razzmatazz in to interest the public and what have you. People don't want to see fighting; they want to see the build-up. They want to see fireworks, pyrotechnics, the lighting, the whole lot, and make it into a spectacular show. And it's always recorded by some of the best people in the country, if not the television companies. And we've got a firm, a fellow who comes around and records it all, and people can watch it afterwards. Mr. Eric Guy of Guy Sports, who's a great bloke and does a wonderful job around the shows. And you know, once again, the public's able to watch it from another's perspective.
What is it that's made some of the fights that you've been at the most memorable for you?
I mean, you tell me. I mean, when you got a 40,000 audience like you had for Ben Eubank 2 at Old Trafford, or West Ham a fortnight ago where there's 20,000 people, or 65,000 people at Manchester City Stadium 2 years ago for Hatton, the atmosphere, the whole thing's just absolutely tremendous.
Are they some of the greatest moments of your life?
Oh, yeah, when you stood in the ring and you're introducing it and the hair stand up on the back of your neck, it becomes fantastic. Makes you feel proud to be British.
Thank you very much. It's been great talking to you. Laura Saperstein for Seni TV. Laura Saperstein for Seni TV. We're here with Tim Witherspoon. Tim, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, just like every day.
Good. Tim, you fought in the heyday of heavyweight boxing. How was it different to the heavyweight scene as it is now, in your view?
I don't know. It was a lot more competition back in the late 70s and the 80s and even the 90s when I was boxing, like the Brunos and the Holmeses and the Greg Pages and the Tony Tubbs. So it was a lot more competition with in the heavyweight division back then. I don't know. It just seemed like everybody just relaxing now and taking their time. But fighters like me, ex-boxers, and we don't need to take our time. We need to try to get together and try to make boxing a better place to be in. So.
Were you a lot busier back then?
Oh yeah. I ran off about what? 14 straight fights before I fought Larry Holmes. I was very busy. I was always going around sparring. I was everywhere, in the gym all the time. It was much busier. It seems like, everybody taking a break now.
Do you think back then boxers got to be boxers and now they have to be businessmen?
Well, back then, guys like Bone Crusher Smith, there was a couple of college grads. Nowadays, you got my cousin Chaz Witherspoon, who's a pharmaceutical graduate of universities. There's a lot of, there was people that were not as, what I want to say is, there was a lot of boxers that wasn't really in school and trying to get a degree, and nowadays, You have boxers wanting to be intelligent, wanting to represent themselves, wanting to handle their money. I believe that you can't do both. You do need a little help, but it's kind of like a respect thing. A fighter doing his own business and all that, and people respect you. But nowadays, I think a lot of boxers are trying to take business into their own hands or have help. You know, so I think it's a good thing that that boxers know what kind of money is going around, know how the industry is, and knowing exactly what to do is very important.
I think, you know, boxing is going through a lot of changes, and in some ways, you know, those changes can be quite negative. But do you think in some ways there are some of the changes that boxing's going through are good changes, perhaps?
I think that I think the changes have been coming, like for instance, Muhammad Ali, boxing was up. Boxing was up. Everybody was enthusiastic about it. Then it went down a little bit. Then Mike Tyson came. It went up again. It was like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. And the interest in boxing now is really not at its greatest point. And I think that we need a lot of ex-boxers like me contributing our time and everything into this boxing game to make it a better place for everybody.
Your own son is in the sport, Tim. What would you like to see for him?
Well, I would like for him to work hard. He's a good boxer, a good fighter. He's intelligent. He boxes real good. He's got to get in better condition. But I want him to have a say-so in this business aspect of part of his life. You know, contracts, and I want him to have a say-so. I want him to be outspoken. I want him to let everybody know that he's not somebody to push over as far as in the business, you know, so he can get respect. So, and I think most boxers should look at the business part and try to get involved with it so they don't get ripped off also.
Just to finish, Tim, what's your greatest memory in the sport?
My greatest memory? Well, my greatest memory is not it's not really a memory because a part of it is right now.
Yeah, standing next to me, huh?
Oh, right. Yes. And what I mean is that you're an old friend, and I'm getting to see you. I'm happy every day. I'm not gonna let nothing make me upset, but a couple of people. No, not that. But I'm really happy, and I really appreciate being here. You interviewing me and being around all these beautiful people, and really, I didn't have to be selected to be heavyweight champion of the world. I didn't have to be here. I didn't have to, you know, all these opportunities, and I'm just really blessed, and I just thank God, and I'm just happy. That's all.
Great stuff. Nice
Thank
to see you, Tim.
Thank you.
Laura Saperstein for Seni TV.